Alright everyone, next character I want to talk about is Mont. So Mont was actually one of everyone's, I think probably first 4-star during the tutorial phase when you summon. I think it's between her, Sepia, and then possibly Shinji? I could be wrong, but I know Mont's 100% those characters you can pick on. To my knowledge, I think out of the three, CPS probably. Nah, I take it back. I think Shinji's probably one of the better ones you can get, but other than that, she's our first 4-star. In all honesty, she's all right. Right now, we have a better version of her that also does ice and wind, which I really don't like the ice version of her, but the wind is like a lot more better. But for this one, in particular, this 4-star is actually not bad in my opinion. She is also a, how can I say it, like she is a passive build-up character like Sepia that does rely on the team to increase her amount of stacking before she just mag dumps everything. However, her passive trait is that she does a lot more damage when, where is it? It's one of these ones. I think it's right here. Yeah, you're right here. Blade Dancer. As soon as it activates, increase the damage with the amount of missing HP. And now I think that passive is really good, especially in Tartarus. Now for this week, no, not this week, for this update, she is one of the enhanced versions that you can actually get your hands on top of that, Shinji as well. Again, when it comes to this character, she is not a selfish character. She relies on the entire team to perform certain actions to where she gets enough stacks to where she just mag dumps it. Now when it comes to builds, I think it doesn't really matter if you use ice damage or one of the new revelations cards to where you can what was it called? It's one of these cards that you're able to lower your speed and then increase your damage. No. I think it's lower your speed, and then depending on what placement you're in, you're able to increase your damage. It's one of these newer cards. I just cannot remember what exactly it is. It's not Ruin, or is it this? Hold on, let me see. Let me check real quick. It's one of those. It's one of these new cards that you can actually get your hands onto. Let me see if I can find it. Can I find it? Am I able to find this card? It's here somewhere. Give me a sec. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Yeah, there it is. Okay, I found it. Right here. This card, tarot card right here. I have it for Joker. I think I have it for Joker and Makoto on different sets. But yeah, with this, and on top of that with the Resolve card, you're able to lower your speed, increase your attack by 18%. But depending on what placement slot you're in, you're able to increase it by 24 and 30. So either or, it depends on how you want to build her, but you can't really be wrong on how you build her. Ice, damage, either whatnot. So for the next couple of fights, I'm going to show her. This is what my build is. It's kind of bad in my opinion, but still. Again, using her probably in story or little events that you have, like missions story-wise, she's pretty solid for a beginner Persona user. But when it comes to Tartarus, I think she shines the most on. So I'm gonna make a team real quick, and then probably 2 or 3 teams to show what she can look at a normal standard versus the Tartarus standard. So give me 1 second and I'll be right back. Alright, so this is the team I can probably think of. It's basically just full amplifier mode. When it comes to personas, I don't think you can really go wrong what kind of blade you want. Like the EX, Compass, I don't think it's too terrible, you can use I don't think all in is probably worth it. Because again, you want to at least have some sort of support besides, you know, your two standard characters. Depending on what you use, I would probably say Leon is probably a good 4-starter amplifier if you don't have Chord. For Tempest, you can probably go for someone else like... What's a good character you could probably use? That's probably you can use Turbo if you don't have Wind, or the Tempest version of her. Or Luna, you can probably use her. Twins, of course you can use her, but you can use them, but honestly I'm doing my best not to use them because that's gonna be pretty much carrying the show. So we're gonna be using this team for the recent story fight, which is honestly my favorite. Alright, just nerf us immediately. Alright, cool. Let's do this. No, again, how she works is that she is increasing her stacks, which is, I believe, up to 10 stacks, to where you're able to mag dump everything you have on her to where she's able to do more damage to it. Or set opponent. Let's see, so we got 5 stacks currently. Let us not use our highlight, because I think it's better to where we do enough damage to where we can just let it loose. Let's do Rebellion. And then let's use Seal 3. Let's do that. We're not gonna have enough, are we? Let's do this. Ah, is that enough? That's not bad. Not bad damage. Now this, of course, this boss is gonna do a lot more damage to. Ooh, wrong one. It's probably gonna do a lot more damage due to my level, but that's all right. That's fine. That is a-okay. We still have co-star on. Alright, let's do. I pretty much messed up my rotation. I should have used skill 1 and skill 3 and skill 2. Alright, let's go over. Let's do Devoted Guard. We do not have a healer. This is full amplify mode though. So that's like the one bad thing I would say about this, is that we don't really have a guardian on our team. Let me see. Let's do this. Skill 2. At least build some ice. There you go. Nice. Immediately proc. Alright, second phase. Alright. Now what we can do is this. And then we can use skill 3. And then we can use skill 2 on core contact. Not bad. Alright, let's increase the crit damage. I don't think I've ever cast. Did I ever cast Rebellion on her? Does she even have it? I think it does. No, she does. No, she does, just for this last turn. Alright, let's do Sonic Interference. Let's get this pad, debuff him. And then increase the crit damage. And then let's look what she looks like right now. Yikes. Hold on. I have like multiple songs just playing at once. Not terrible, not bad. Alright, let's do. Now let's just go 2 again. Let's do this. We're gonna have our magged up anyway. Nice. Look at that damage. Look at that. That's amazing damage right there. Alright, let's do 2. And then we should be able. I don't think we should be able to. Skill 1. I think having. Okay, you know what? Let's save it for later. Let's save my comment for later. Alright, then let's just do this. Not terrible. At least have it to where we can reset it to where we can just mag dump it on her skill 3 on the next phase. I think that will be a little better in my opinion. Alright, let's go 2 for Wataba. Let's do this. Skill 3. Alright, cool. Oh, I dumped it. Oh, that's fine. Man, the music is so good here. Some playing different music on top of it. The boss music for this is really nice. No, let's not do that. Let's do this. Yeah, it's a good thing we are inflicting frost to the enemy to where we're just lowering his attack by 12. That's pretty nice. Alright. Now, let's do this. This should dump everything and kill him. Like, look at that damage. Look at that. Nice. Good stuff. Alright, cool. Last phase. Let's do this. We should. Do we? No. Okay, cool. Let's do this. Increase crit damage. Do it yet again. Alright, cool. Now let's look at what Mont looks like right now. Alright, 92, 418. Now that's juiced up numbers. That is juiced up numbers. Alright, let's do this. Okay. It's probably poorly of me. Alright. Skill 2. And then let's do this. And then this possibly should kill. So slightly, ever so slightly. Okay, I was hoping it would kill. It did not though. All right, that's not gonna do that. Let's end it here. move on to the next fight. Because I actually want to try Gary out. Alright, let's move on to the next fight. Before we move on to Tortoise. So, theory time. I want to use her as a sub DPS to where Violet is able to cast her skill 2 onto a certain character to where she's able to do additional hit. Now, knowing how this character functions, she requires the entire team to use some sort of action or perform an action to where she has a stacking of her passive. To where, again, she stacks up all the way to 10 until she mag dumps everything. Now, in certain scenarios, like I said before, you can't really use her in every platform, like Nightmare Desires. Oh no, god, ugh, that was 2 different things I just said. Gated Nightmare Gateways. Doing nightmare battles is real iffy. Now, again, her passive, one of her other passives, is that she is able to do much more damage with the amount of missing HP the enemy has. Which again, in Tartarus, I think she shines a lot more better. In certain scenarios for story battles, basically just story gameplay, she works as well, perfectly fine. But for Nightmare, there's 2 versions of what you can fight during that page. Is that the HP is stuck at 100% or 50%. And if we do have that for next week, hopefully, I can probably reuse her in some cases to show and explain how she's useful in that case. But again, it's kind of hard because we normally don't have it from time to time. So hopefully we do for next week. But for this instance, I do want to see if using an additional attack from Violet counts as an additional stack. It doesn't look like it counts as an additional. It doesn't look like it to me. Alright, well, whatever. This is gonna kill him. It's gonna kill him. Get rid of it. Oh, we got 10 stacks too. Let's go. Hold on. Let's do this. Not bad. Alright, well, this is death. We're tossing a wand. Alright, let's move on to Tartarus. I think that theory I had did not work, unless I did it wrong. Alright, so I'm going to be using this team. I think this is pretty much like the safest team I can think of, besides the ones we used previously on the story bosses. But overall, honestly, in Tartarus, you're gonna get literally the best out of them because everything's gonna be modified. So we're going to be challenging this, I think, difficulty 7, and then obviously we're just gonna be handicapping ourselves with negative 66 will. It's gonna be the 50% is gonna hurt us. However, we do have a passive buff to where if we're below the negative of wills, we get our attacking grace. I think it's somewhere. It's somewhere down here. Yeah, there we go. It's right here. Yeah, increased final damage based on how low the buff is. So yeah, we're gonna get an extra 24. So that's at least gonna help us. That's at least 30-ish some that we're gonna be losing. But still, overall, this doesn't just tanks us with the 50% or 100%, which is nice. Other than that, we do have the limited buffs that we stole from the clock, and obviously we picked up some permanent passives as well. So the funny thing is that they also updated the tarot cards, which we have Emperor. I don't know why I got Emperor. This is one of the earliest ones I had that I really didn't use as much. But we do have Empress, we got Hero, Lovers, and then Star. I think Star might be... No, is it Sun? Sun is one of them. I think Star was from the previous patch. Sun. So yeah, every 5 turns, deal equal damage to everyone. That's great. Alright, cool. So but other than that, let's start. Now, which one are we fighting? We are fighting... I think we're fighting the single guy? I think we're playing... We're fighting against the single Kaiden. I think we are. I could be wrong though. No, we're fighting the 3 Kaidens. Alright, cool. I did pick up some passive ups to where I think we're going to be unable to get hit by one ally. No. Oh, I word that so like wrong. One ally is not going to get hurt. Us twins. Alright, cool, we're live. Alright, so main reason why I got the twins here, just for the support healing. I didn't get Miriam. I think I did shuffle my entire team lineup before starting the Stardust event. But we should be fine. Look at that massive chunk damage from that one tarot card we got. Look at that damage. Alright, cool. Let's see. Now, once again, to just double back. Mont, it's not really as strong, but however, again, in Tartarus, we are able to raise hell. This is going to help us when it comes to generating our stacks, because again, she's like Sepia. She kind of relies on the entire team's action to build up her passive to where she's able to dump her stacks into a opponent. Now, good thing is that once we do eventually just munch the HP bar, we're going to do a lot more damage, which honestly, in my opinion, is pretty cool trait. But let's start this. Let's go with Angie. Is heal 3. Eventually, this heal is going to help us when it comes to piercing some defense. Let's do skill 3 and put you on here. And then for us, I'm actually going to switch over to Sabathon and do this. Just we get some just a barrier. Alrighty. Full HP. Now what we can do is this. Alright, cool. Nice. That's the passive kicking in. Let's do this. They increase the attack. Now our once more is gonna be critical. No, it didn't switch. Why didn't you? That's a massive chunk. That's a massive chunk. But why didn't it move? I wanted the. Okay, well, whatever. Let's do this. No. Do I? Nah, let's do it. Alright, cool. Let's see what we're looking at for Mont. Alright, twins. Yeah. Fair enough. This recovery is funny. Alright. Okay, solid. 25,000. Alright. 84% crit rate, crit multi 688. Alright, cool. Not bad. Alright, just use skill 3 to dump everything here. Ooh. Nice. Nice. Okay. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. I really don't want to use this, but I probably should. Just get a little bit of it. Just a little bit. Oh, now it works. Huh, that's funny. I love passive abilities that they just use in prog. This just goes over the cards I have. Very funny. Very cool. Let's use skill 1. And then let us use this. Let's get rid of these guys. Alright. Let's do this. And then do that. Ooh, that's not bad. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Alright, cool. Now let's do... We have enough to mag up everything, so let's go back to Rebellion. Get the guaranteed crit damage, and then for you guys, let's do this. Increase the attack for everybody else. And then we can get rid of this guy. This going? It's just a little bit going. Nah, but this should kill them. It didn't? Oh my god, how much HP does this guy have? You're joking. Alright, cool. Let's mag dump everything here onto you. Get that bonus damage. Nice. Nice. Okay. Alright, cool. So this should be the last turn that we're gonna be nullified to. I hate that passive ability. Alright. This should be the last turn we get the nullification. Unless it's already up. Let me check, let me check, let me check. And it's got, wait. And it's, no, it's here. It's just passive. I hate that passive. Alright. Let's do this. Heal 3 again. We're gonna be using the twins heal. It's almost dead, so let's save it. Oh, devoted guard. Pop that real quick, and then let's go to twins, and then we'll do this. Yeah, why not? Let's do the main body instead. Let me do this. This should move us to the second phase. Unless it doesn't. Oh, we're literally on the edge. That kills. They're nice. Okay, cool. Alright, nice. We're in the final phase. Thank you, Lord. Alright, let's do this for protection. Alright, and then we can do this. I am not going to use that. Let's save it. Let's just hold on for that. We got 10 there. Let's use it. Now it sucks that we don't have Angie as maxed out as A6, but it's gonna do something for us. It's gonna do at least something. Let's go Sonic Interference. And then for the twins, we're gonna do this. Get that almighty damage. Cool. Full heal. And now we can go here. We should be using skill 3. And we're gonna be dumping this at least twice. It would have been 3 times. We have the max out though. Alright, skill 3. Nice. Okay. Okay. That's not bad. That's not bad damage. That's not bad. It's not ridiculous. Alright. Highlight. Let's see how much it is. Okay. Not bad. Skill 3 again. Okay. Nice. Nice. That ain't bad. That's not bad. That ain't bad damage. I'm not even, that's just a lot. Ugh. Thank God we have enough HP for that. But still, that's just crazy amount. Alright. No, this is pretty solid. Not bad. Get me out of there. Let me die in essence. There you go. Cool. Rebellion. Go back to the guaranteed crit. We do not need the skill 2. Increase the entire team's attack. No, we're not doing that. Okay, let's do this. Oh, look at that. She's ready to go. Look at that. Look at that stance. Alright, cool. We can go back to skill 1 for Angie, and then maybe get this kills. just maybe. Skill 3. Just maybe. It would be so awesome. Ah, so close. We almost did it though. Alright, but other than that, that's pretty much it. So, again, overall. Huh. Oh no. Oh no. why is he here? Why is this here? Why is this here? All right, other than that, I think this is where I'm gonna end it. Mont is pretty solid, but however, she's like a fallen unit. I would only probably use her as like a sub DPS, like a main DPS. There's not really enough ice users at the moment besides Frostgale. Frostgale is literally the only good ice user in the game right now, until we have, you know, a couple more in the future. But as starters, she's not that bad, but she does require the entire team to function with her. But I would probably say Fox is probably the ideal fought. No, I lied. Fox is probably not ideal. Again, Frostgale is good for ice, but I would mainly use her for win, specifically for win, but you can use her for ice though. But other than that, decent. I wouldn't recommend her, but when it comes to just starting the game fresh, she's extremely good in my opinion, because her passive, she does more damage depending on which HP is remaining or just not there. Pretty good in cases of this, like Tartarus. Other than that, I will see you guys later. Bye.